I can't take it anymore. My mind's about to go to war. I need someone to save me from myself, to hear me cry when I call out for help. I blame it on the voices that are in my head, wondering if they'll ever be put to bed. Feels like I am close to reaching my wit's end.
All right. Good morning. Fashionably late stream again, always. Okay. Low energy, a lot of confusion because I don't know what the hell's going on, and whole lot of misreading news. That's what's today. Okay. You can come along as I read how miserable this world is, because why must I suffer in silence? And okay. So let's go. Let's go. Let's read the first news. Let's see what's happening. I'm looking now because there's a TikTok live, by the way. A grenade is missing from the scene of an explosion. First freaking news. Let's see. A grenade is missing from the scene of explosion at a LA County Sheriff's Department training facility that killed 3 members of its arson explosive unit. Authorities said at the time of the July 18 blast. Oh, I remember reading this. The veteran deputies were working on 2 military-style grenades that had been taken into custody by authorities. One of the grenades detonated and the other is unaccounted for, Sheriff Robert Luna said, according to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. The agency is investigating the explosion and is expected to publish a final report in 45 days. Luna said authorities x-rayed Special Enforcement Bureau vehicles, searched all around the blast area and examined office spaces and even the gym and haven't found it. How does it just go missing, bro? You get the drift. We have looked at everything out there that we possibly could, he said, adding that no one from public has had access to the area. You better find it, bro. Falls into wrong hands, God forbid. Chuck E. Cheese employee arrested an iconic mouse mask for using stolen credit card. That is hilarious. What? Wearing the furry mask of the iconic Chuck E. Cheese mascot house, Mouse, a employee of the popular children's birthday destination, was arrested for using a stolen credit card at one of the China's Florida restaurants. Police said, Chucky, come with me, Chucky. A police officer in Tallahassee said, tariff streaming to zero. Let's change that, brother. Get the fuck out of us. Well, the suspect stopped resisting, you're being detained. The arrest occurred Wednesday, according to the probable cause report from police, while photos from bystanders showed an officer removing the man's rodent mask with its gray fur, exaggerated ears, and perpetual smile, placing it atop Tallahassee Police Department employee. DeepSeek R10528, the open source title, now live on Lambda's. This is promoted, isn't it? Yeah, it's promoted. Southwest Airlines flight headed to Las Vegas takes dramatic plunge in response to nearby aircraft. What? I'm telling you, crazy world. Recently, like it's just been a lot. I don't know if it's like more transparent reporting of this. I think near. I don't want to say but like near plane collisions or like near plane accidents. A Southwest airline jet heading to Las Vegas from Southern California took a dramatic plunge shortly after takeoff Friday in response to an alert from about a nearby plane, sending some passengers flying out of their seats and injuring 2 flight attendants. The plane suddenly jolted shortly after takeover, then felt like it was falling. Said Steph Zamorano. These names take me out every time. Why? Steph. I'm gonna stick with Steph. Said Steph, who was flying to Las Vegas with her husband to celebrate birthday. Thank you, Tentrad. I need to fix my overlay because it's coming to the side of the man seated next to her, but in front of her, sound like it's, oh god, here we go. In front of her, the Morano saw a woman who wasn't wearing her seatbelt shoot up and out of her seat, her long hair flying in a tangled mess. The man seated next to her was clutching her arm, and she said the woman across the aisle was panicking. She was pretty much verbalizing how we all felt, saying, I want to get off this plane. I want to be on the ground, Zamorano told AAP. Data from the flight track inside FlightAware shows it dropped roughly 300 feet in 36 seconds. The Federal Aviation Administration said the flight Southwest 1496 was responding to an onboard alert about another aircraft in its vicinity. The FAA is investigating. Southwest said the crew responded to two alerts that required the pilot to climb, then descend. The flight departed from Hollywood Burbank Airport just before noon. Still in shock, Zamorano said she could hardly make out what the pilot was saying when she later addressed passengers. Another passenger, comedian Jimmy Dore, posted next that the pilot mentioned a near miss. But Jimmy Dore was on board? Pilot said his collision warning went off and he needed to avoid plane crashing coming at us. The plane was in the same airspace near Burbank as a Hawker Hunt MK. 58 just after noon local time flight aware. How does this happen? Because I thought like they had FAA had very strict protocols and procedures in place. There's a lot of these recently. There's near miss collisions, accidents. Gotta get out of plane now, I'm not gonna lie. About 100 players, 24 club employees face fines for selling Super Bowl tickets. Selling Super Bowl tickets? What do you mean? Behind the scenes. Cambodia calls for immediate ceasefire with Thailand. It's happening everywhere. Middle East, Europe, Eastern Europe, East Asia. I think East is the problem. US DOE announces first 4 sites for AI data center development. Let me see what this. A lot of people are against development data centers. The US Department of Energy has announced the first 4 sites for AI data center developments on federal land. The department said that it invites private sector partners to develop at Idaho National Laboratory, Oak Ridge Reservation, Paducah Geisha Diffusion Plant, and Savannah Riverside. So Idaho, I don't know where Oak Ridge is. I don't know what Geisha is. That is Savannah, Georgia. Developments are expected to include both data centers and related power infrastructure. By leveraging DOE land assets for the deployment of AI and energy infrastructure, we are taking a bold step to accelerate the next Manhattan Project, ensuring US AI and energy leadership, said Energy Secretary Chris Wright. Isn't Manhattan Project something like people criticize about? What is Manhattan? Is it nuclear? Yeah, atomic bomb. Yeah, the code name for top secret US led. This mask. I have to I have to wash this book. I think I need to. Maybe I should wash the mask. That's where it is. That's probably what it is. The code name for a top secret US led effort during World War II to develop the first atomic bomb. Yeah, that's what. Okay. I think they're trying to say it's such a breakthrough technology. Okay. Hackers leaked 13,000 user photos and IDs from the T app designed as a women's safe space. Oh, I saw this. So let's see. Hackers have breached the T app, which recently went viral as a place for women to. This mask is going to be the end of me. Stop. So itchy, bro. If I pull it down, it's itchy. If I pull it up, it's in my eye. Hackers have breached the T app, which recently went viral as a place for women to safely talk about women. Talk about men, because women already talk about women behind their back safely. And tens of thousands of women's selfies and photo IDs have now seemingly been leaked online. A spokesperson confirmed the hack Friday afternoon. The company estimates that 72,000 images, including 13,000 verification photos and images of government IDs, were accessed. So it was of the people who signed up, because I'm thinking these are like authentication data. It's designed to function as a virtual whisper network for women, allowing them to upload photos of men and search for them by name. Users can leave comments describing specific men as a red flag or green flag and share other information about them. It's recently gained such popularity that it became the top free app in the Apple App Store this week. The app claimed Thursday to have recently gained nearly 1 million new signups. Signing up for T requires users to take selfies, which the app says are deleted after review to prove they are women. But here's the thing. I don't think that was the case. With all these companies, it's never the case. The data is never erased. Even Snapchat, I don't think it's ever erased. All users who get accepted are promised anonymity outside of the user names they choose. Taking screenshots of what's in the app is also blocked. The hacker accessed a database from more than 2 years ago. The T spokesman said, adding that this data was originally stored in compliance with law enforcement requirements related to cyberbullying prevention. The T spokesperson said that the company has hired third-party cybersecurity experts and is working around the clock to secure our systems. I don't know, bro. It might be too late. I don't know, because this is like your workplace gossip place, pretty much, right? Because that's what a lot of people talk about. A lot of women talk about this. So I mean, there is definitely a need for it. If they got like a million subscribers or signups, maybe it's not too late. I don't know. Ghislaine Maxwell received limited immunity during meetings with Deputy Attorney General. Weather tracker: heat wave triggers deadly wildfire. The Turkey. I didn't even know Turkey had at least 10 killed and dozens hospitalized in north of country, while intense heat grieves parts of Scandinavia. Turkey and other parts of the Balkan Peninsula have been gripped by a heat wave this week, sparking wildfires that have killed at least 10 people and left dozens in hospital. Temperatures intensified at the weekend, peaking at 43 Celsius in Volos, Greece on Tuesday. Authorities closed tourist attractions such as the Acropolis between midday and 5 p.m. This is happening quite a lot. I don't know. It really seems like we're living in a I don't want to get like religious or talk about religion, but it really seems that we're living in like end times or this like biblical or any other religion's explanation or description, I guess, of the end times. There's a lot of natural disasters, lot of these near miss plane crashes, a lot of these wars breaking out, unrest around the world. Social media companies now liable for 2022 mass shooting. New York appeals court rules. 2022 mass. What is it? Which is this? Which there's a lot of these. Several social media companies should not be held liable for helping an avowed white supremacist who killed 10 black people in 2022 at Buffalo, New York, Walmart. I remember Buffalo, New York grocery store. Divided New York State appeals allegedly. I don't know if I was supposed to say that because they didn't mention it. Divided New York State Appeals Court ruled on Friday, reversing a lower court ruling. The state appellate division in Rochester said defendants, including Meta platforms, Facebook and Instagram, Google, YouTube, and Reddit, were entitled to immunity under a federal law that protects online platforms from liability over user. Okay. Doomsday mom Lori Daybell given 2 life sentences in murder conspiracy trials. Was this about her kids going missing? Lori Daybell was sentenced to 2 life sentences in Arizona on Friday for conspiring with her late brother to kill her fourth husband, who was fatally shot in 2019, and her niece's ex-husband, who survived a failed drive-by shooting that same year. Daybell was found guilty of 2 counts of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder in 2 separate trials in Maricopa County this spring. She was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 25 years for each conviction, to be served consecutively, the judge said. You have not victimized just a single victim, but many. You have shattered lives. You have undermined trust. Judge Justin Barsky, who presided over both trials in Phoenix, said before handing down the sentences, marking the culmination of a years-long legal saga. In the face of such profound damage, a long prison sentence is not merely a punishment, it is a necessary affirmation that our society values justice, protection, and the sanctity of human life, he said. Good. Immigration agents told a teenage U.S. citizen, "You've got no rights." He secretly recorded his brutal arrest. Oh, are they getting sued? On the morning of 2 May. What? What is it, 2 May? Teenager Kenny Lanez Ambrosio was driving to his landscaping job in North Palm Beach with his mother and 2 male friends when they were pulled over by the Florida Highway Patrol. In one swift moment, a traffic stop turned into a violent arrest. A Highway Patrol officer asked everyone in the van to identify themselves, then called for backup. Officers with U.S. Border Patrol arrived on the scene. Video footage of the incident captured by Lanez Ambrosio, an 18-year-old U.S. citizen, appears to show a group of officers in tactical gear working together to violently detain the 3 men, 2 of whom are undocumented. They appear to use a stun gun on one man, put another in a chokehold, and can be heard telling Lanez Ambrosio, "You've got no rights here. You're amigo. You're amigo, brother." Afterward, agents can be heard bragging and making light of the arrest, calling the stun gun use funny and equipping. You can smell that 30,000 bonus. The footage that has put fresh scrutiny on the harsh tactics used by U.S. law enforcement officials as the Trump administration sets ambitious ambitious enforcement targets to detain thousands of immigrants every day. The federal government has imposed quotas for the arrest of immigrants, said Jack Scarola, an attorney who's advocating on behalf of Latinx and Ambrosio and working with the nonprofit Guatemalan Maya Center, which provided the footage to The Guardian. Anytime law enforcement is compelled to work towards a quota, it poses significant risk to others' rights. This is true. The traffic tickets, they just want to dish it out because they get there's a quota to fill, and if you hit the quota, you get bonus. That's what happened, right? Disgraced former U.S. Rep George Santos to begin serving his 7-year fraud sentence. 7 year, wow. Police search for suspect after shooting on University of New Mexico campus leaves one dead. Oh, I remember this. An 18-year-old suspect is in custody after an early Friday morning shooting at University of New Mexico. Student housing left a 14-year-old boy dead and injured another person during orientation week, police said. Fortunately, a lot of the shooting happening. Add that to the list, with all the natural disasters and plane accident, near miss plane accidents, wars breaking out, mass shootings, or people trying to commit a mass shooting. High PM says the dispute with Cambodia could escalate into a state of war. Yeah, no shit. FAA sees no mechanical issue with 787 Boeing fuel control unit after Air India crash. But Boeing is not doing good. Storms dump a year of rain on North China. Beijing praises for floods. See, natural disaster. Natural disaster. I don't want to be a doomsday guy, but it's great. It is alarming what's happened. Maybe it's like because of the internet and it's better reporting, and it's like things go viral, and you are constantly knowing things. Maybe you don't need to know things all the time. Maybe you need to know some things, and some things you don't need to know, and ignorance is bliss. Flight attendant who police say secretly recorded girls in airplane bathroom sentenced to 18 and a half years. Brother, you're a good-looking guy. You don't need this whole freaking time. I did not have my setup ready. This whole time I've been reading with just my camera. Flight attendant who police say secretly recorded girls in airplane bathroom sentenced to 18 and a half years. Brother, you're a good-looking guy, bro. You didn't have to do this. I'm sure you could pretty easily get laid. Boston. A flight attendant accused of taping his cell phone to the lid of an airplane toilet to secretly... Stop exposing my email, you freaking... Secretly filmed young girls was sentenced to just under 20 years in prison Wednesday. Oh, it's a young girl. Oh, it's like probably like underage, so it kind of adds to a 14-year-old. Former American Airlines flight attendant Esther Carter Thompson III. This dude should be conquering some land instead of recording women. Received a sentence of 18 and a half years, followed by 5 years of supervised release. Bro, that is tough. That is tough. That's 1.5, like 3.5 years. Yep, 23 and a half years, pretty much. Boston U.S. District Court Judge Julia Kobik called his behavior appalling and said child victims' innocence has been lost because of his actions. Thompson was arrested and charged in January 2024 in Lynchburg, Virginia, after authorities said a 14-year-old girl on his flight discovered his secret recording setup in the lavatory. He was indicted last year on one count of attempted sexual exploitation of children and one count of possession of child sexual abuse images depicting a prepubescent minor. He apologized in court when to describe his actions as selfish, perverse, and wrong. Police alleged Thompson of Charlotte, North Carolina, had recordings of 4 other girls between the ages of 7 and 14 using aircraft lavatories over a 9-month period. In a sentencing memorandum submitted in court, U.S. government attorneys said Thompson robbed 5 young girls of their innocence and belief in the goodness of the world and the people they would encounter in it, instead leaving them with fear, mistrust, insecurity, and sadness. Thompson, who will serve his sentence at FMC Butner in North Carolina, intends to undergo sex offender specific treatment. His attorney has said. A lawyer for Thompson said via email Wednesday he wouldn't be commenting. This has got to be some kind of, like, I don't want to say disease, but some kind of condition, like mental condition. Because he's a good-looking guy. He can easily get. I bet there are like a lot of like women just waiting to sleep with him. Pentagon shifts $200 million from barracks schools facilities to border wall. Cleo Lane, Britain's most successful jazz singer, dies aged 97. Britain has jazz singers. Three drillers freed from northern BC mine after being trapped for days. Yeah. You read all this. Australian politician Gareth Ward found guilty of rape. What? How is this not a mainstream news? This a politician in Australia. Maybe it's like a small time politician. A New South Wales politician has been found guilty of sexually assaulting two young men in Australia. Oh wow. A jury found Gareth Ward, who is still no one's safe out here. No one is safe out here. A jury found Gareth Ward, who is still a sitting member of state parliament, guilty of 3 counts of indecent assault and 1 count of rape. Both of the victims, who were aged 18 and 24, said they were assaulted at Ward's home after meeting the 44-year-old through political circles between 2013 and 2015. Why were you at Ward's? I can't say that's victim blaming. Sorry. Ward resigned as a state government minister and from the Liberal Party when the accusations emerged in 2021, but refused to leave Parliament and was re-elected as a member of Kiama in 2023. The jury deliberated for 3 days after hearing 9 weeks of evidence in the North West Wales District Court. The trial heard Ward had invited a drunk 18-year-old to his home in 2013 and indecently assaulted him 3 times despite his attempts to resist. 2 years later, he raped a political staffer after an event at Parliament. Ward had argued the 2015 rape didn't happen and that the other complainant was misremembering their encounter from 2013. But Crown prosecutor Monica Knowles said these striking similarities in the accounts of the two men who did not know each other showed they were telling the truth. Hey man, hey Alien Ramirez. That's great. Trump's order to block woke. I'm good. How are you? Trump's order to block. Oh, I'm not checking. I don't know if there's any comments here. Danny. Yeah, I need to pay more attention to my tiki-taki. All right, what's next? That's all the news for now. Okay, that's all the news, general news. Go to that real quick. Okay, what is not the onion? Okay, how's the stream going? Good, not bad. I kind of messed up the setup. We got to put the screen for like a good 10-15 minutes. Family sues after funeral home sends son's brain in unmarked leaking box. I thought wait, funeral homes don't just like what do you call it? Cremate them. They also like they handle. Oh, I know they do. East Coast. Where are you from? Least surprising development ever. What is that? Bible banging Oklahoma schools director accused of watching porn on his office computer. The only thing more predictable would be if it were gay porn, which it does not appear to have been. Bro, why your office computer? Like, how pressed were you? A lot of these guys, married guys, are not getting. I'm telling you, if you are a healthy, like you have decent hormonal balance, okay, and you're a healthy like adult male or maybe past puberty, you're going to want it. And if you keep like trying to trying to like suppress it, the best thing is to like thank you for the follow, Alien. uh the best, I gotta fix my freaking overlay. I appreciate it, thank you so much. Yeah, the best way is to not suppress, like, but try to do it like within certain structures in place, because if you're just obviously, because if you're just being like promiscuous and stuff, and I'm not preaching, but this is like the best thought I've had about it, because I myself have done it without any of this. But promiscuous, the diseases, there's all kind of problems if you're having sex with women, there's children, unwanted pregnancy, all kind of issues. Sure, you go for it, Alien. Scottish Silent Hill developer No Code has changed his name to Screenburn. We have coders now. Oh, okay. Chris Martin's ex Gwyneth Paltrow stars as new spokesperson for astronomer in wake of Coldplay Kiss Cam video. What kind of? You should get some dope stuff for your stream to make it look more eye-catching to grow your stream more. People keep telling me my plan right now, because a lot of people come to my stream and tell me this. I want to Yeah, I figured actually work on things like logos, animation, system design. Yeah, I figured. My thing is, how can you give like gaining followers and viewers? Like I don't think it's possible to do, right? People have to pick it up organically. But my point is, I do have Discord. Yeah, it's the same as my handle everywhere else. Twitch, Kick, YouTube, everywhere. My plan is to just do this like this right now, and then if it ever, because I'm just enjoy vibing and like streaming. You know, I don't really have anything specific in mind. I will show you my work. I think you like it. Okay. But yeah, I'm not looking to do anything right now, Ramirez. I am just going to do this vibe and just stream. And if anything picks up, then I might do something and upgrade it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as my exact same thing as my Kick. Just go to for and do the add that, and then I'll add you back like after the stream. All right, let me get this clip. UK's new age verification requirements thwarted in the simplest way imaginable. Wait, I didn't finish my onion. Bitcoin will go up if more people buy Bitcoin. One if they don't. City. How about so more people have? I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, it's at times it seems legit. Like the people who will explain it to me, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And the people who will explain like say things like this, and I'm like, okay, there's a pyramid scheme. I told you right now, I'm not looking to do any updates. Not till like later on. If anything pops, if anything gets popping, then yeah. If not, I'll enjoy doing this. So I'm just gonna chill, vibe, and just stream. That's it. Thank you. It was not Putin who saved Syria, but Assad who saved Russia. Huh? Grindr won't let users say no Zionist. Ah, interesting. An error message appears saying the following are not allowed: no Zionist, no Zionist. When users try to add the phrase to their bios, but any number of other phrases about political and religious preferences are allowed. Of course, I think Grindr is owned by a Zionist guy. Grindr won't allow users to add no Zionists to their profiles. Ethnic preferences according to 404 immediate test of the platform user report. Several users received an error message that said the following are not allowed: no Zionists, no Zionists. When they tried to add the phrase to the bios on Thursday, I tested this myself on a new Grindr account and received the same error message. I was able to add a Zionist to my profile without no, however, and could also add my phrase I could think of. No Arabs, no blacks, no Palestinians, no Muslims, no Christians, no Jews, no Franks, no Republicans, no Democrats, and so on. No Zionist was the only phrase that was blocked in my testing. Others have received this message as early as May 2024. It's not clear when Grindr started implementing this rule. No Zionist doesn't appear anywhere in its terms of service. Uh, I I don't know. See, the more they flex their muscle and do things like this, especially in the West, like the Middle East and in the Middle East, like any other countries, including which it might fly, but people who don't even people who don't support it do these kinds of political movements, or even like they don't even know anything about it, they just don't want to get involved in it, would be put off by it just because it, it's a restriction they're imposing on people. We're not learning anything. Stanford GSB students sound the alarm over academics. Columbia Sportswear sues Columbia University for trademark infringement. Women dating safety app IDs posted on 4chan. Downtown Portland, food cards, restaurants, the record sales during mass protests. Oh, so it's good for them. Sheriff's mounted posse dressed as cowboys sued for alleged racial profiling at Oregon County Fair. Serial butt sniffers. Serial butt sniffer arrested in California. Bro, this is crazy, dude. I'm telling you, we are living in a simulation where people will do crazy shit like this. A registered sex offender in California was arrested again on Tuesday after allegedly sniffing a woman's rear end at a Nordstrom rack in Burbank. Oh, Nordstrom rack in Burbank. I mean, it's not a better, but police Karen Crowder, 38 of Glendale, was detained after a report of a suspicious man loitering in the women's department of a Nordstrom rack at the Empire Center on North Victoria Place. Security footage showed Crowder following a female shopper before crouching behind her and appearing to sniff her buttocks, authorities said. Police found Crowder on Tuesday at a Walmart in the same shopping center as Nordstrom Rack, where he was also allegedly seen sniffing women. Crowder is on active parole and is a registered sex offender with a history of similar lewd conduct in Glendale and Burbank dating back to 2021. He is charged with loitering with intent to commit a crime and is being held in custody on $100,000 bail. His next court appearance is scheduled for August 1st. Crowder first gained media attention in August 2023 when content creator Michaela Witter posted a viral TikTok showing him allegedly sniffing her behind at a Barnes & Nobles in Burbank. I remember this! I remember this TikTok. Wow. CNN and ICE working together to investigate Russia. Not touching that. Board members, TV in Ryan Walters' office displayed nude women during executive session. Who is this guy? Oh, this is the same guy we read. Oklahoma State Board. This is the second one. A black man gets high as motorist experiences racism from machine out. Huh? Yeah, I don't know what that is. The best nod to him possible. Petition launched to rename Birmingham Airport after Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, was he from Birmingham? Jared Paul vows to chain himself to Colorado Capitol Plaza to stop 28 million pedestrian bridge that he proposed. Huh? Why, dude? Why politicians play like all kinds of games? Like, if you proposed it, why are you doing this? The bridge was the governor's idea to celebrate the state's 150th anniversary, but it was panned by lawmakers, historic preservationists, and apparently the public. The results are in and they're not good. An unscientific poll commissioned by Governor Jared Polis on his proposal to build a pedestrian walkway across Lincoln Street in front of the Colorado Capitol revealed that 94% of participants opposed the idea. Just 4% said they supported it, and 2% said they were maybe on the plan, which was estimated to cost nearly $30 million. I think a lot of these people are also trying to build their legacy to have something in the city. And I'm not saying he would oh, excuse me, he would name it after him, but he would like political legacy, because once that bridge is built, it's not going to be like taken out or destroyed immediately, or at least it's going to stay on for a while. That's his political legacy. Russian parliament approves a bill punishing online searches for information deemed extremist. Ah, so just searching it. But what if you're just like researching or like curious? You read something somewhere and you're like, oh, what is that? What if you search that? That's crazy. West Virginia officials telling flood victims to fill out small business association application along with FEMA, even if they don't own a business, to help with expenses. It's telling flood victims to fill out small business association along with FEMA, even if they don't own, to help with expenses. What? Ohio County, West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey held a press conference in Wheeling following President Trump's $11.7 million in federal disaster assistance for West Virginia through FEMA. During the media briefing, Governor Morrisey discussed the first phase of what he calls an ongoing process. The governor told 7 News that the next steps for them is to follow up with additional requests for resources. He asked residents to continue to provide information on the damage from the flood. You should do both applications. I really implore everyone to fill out both applications, because if you don't, you're not eligible for either application. I shouldn't say either application, but if you fill out the FEMA application and don't fill out the Small Business Association, you're not eligible for it. Vice versa, if you fill out the Small Business Application one and don't file the FEMA one, you're not eligible. When citizens are applying, they should have some of the following information ready. That includes Social Security number, address, description of the tax insurance number, and annual income. Crazy. So it's the Boo Boo doll left at Karl Marx's grave in London sparked viral reactions online. Wait, why? Because it's the sign of capitalism. This mask, bro, I swear to God. blending cultural contradiction with humor and irony. Spotted at Highgate Cemetery in London, the pop mart character Karl Marx is buried in London? I didn't even know that. Symbolic of today's consumer driven collectible culture, was placed beside the final resting place of one of capitalism's most outspoken critics. Yeah, I knew it was because. Let's look at what's technology. UK's new age verification requirement thwarted in the simplest way imaginable. Wait, what? Don't even need a VPN, just a photograph of some random driver's license easily found with a 3-second search. It's a system that inconveniences millions while providing protection to no one. Well done, Westminster, you bunch of twats. Trump unveils aggressive AI plan focused on deregulation, dismisses copyright payments for AI training. Ah, Microsoft to stop using China-based teams to support Department of Defense. This humanoid robot can run, cartwheel, and fist fight, and it costs 6K. Not bad. Will it do like chores at home, around your house? China calls for global AI cooperation days after Trump administration unveils low regulation strategy. Chinese premier wants a global conference. AI development must be weighed against security risks, or urges further consensus in the entire society. Privacy apps Signal, Brave, and AdGuard push back against Windows recall. Recall apps are shielding users from recalls constant screenshots. North Korean hackers ran US-based laptop farm from Arizona woman's home. Ted Altman warns there is no legal confidentiality when using ChatGPT as a therapist. That means it can be out there. I've been saying all kind of mad shit to ChatGPT, bro. Christina Chapman, 50-year-old Arizona woman who has just been sentenced to 102 months in prison. What is that? 102, 110, 120 is 120 is 10 years. So 100 is what, like 8 years? Oh wow, God. 8 years and 4 months, 6 weeks, 8 years, 8.5 years. Whoa, that's a lot. Prison for that took me a long time to do that, man. That's crazy. In prison for helping North Koreans hackers steal US identities. Morning, Gene Hart. In prison for helping North Korean hackers steal US identities in order to get remote IT jobs with more than 300 American companies, including Nike. The scheme funneled millions of dollars to the North Korean state. Why did Chapman do it? In a letter sent this week to the judge, Chapman said that she was looking for a job that was Monday through Friday that would allow me to be present for my mom, who was battling cancer. Her mother died in 2023. Oh. But the area where we lived didn't provide for a lot of job opportunities that fit what I needed. I also thought that the job would allow me to help others. She offered her deepest and sincerest apologies to any person who was harmed by my actions, thanked the FBI for busting her, excuse me, and said that when she gets out of prison, she hopes to pursue the books that I've been working on writing and starting my own underwear company. Bro, she got plans already. How's it going? It's going good. How's it going with you, Gene Hart? Pebble is officially Pebble again. I don't know what the hell that is. Good news for Pebble fans. Not only are the Pebble watches coming back, they'll also officially be called Pebble watches. Great news! We've been able to recover the trademark for Pebble. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this to work out so easily. Core Devices CEO Eric Mijakovsky writes in an update blog: Core 2 Duo is now Pebble 2 Duo. Core Time 2 is now Pebble Time 2. I've never heard of this shit. The fact that like, people even liked it, used it is crazy. TechCrunch, what is it? What is the comment? I don't want to look at it. I think his point is that he thinks there should be, as massive amounts of people are using AI as therapists essentially currently, if the government subpoenas open AI, they have to hand over the data. The same is not true for psychiatrists, etc. I think his point is that the law should adapt and guarantee some levels of privacy from this conversation. Well, yeah, that would be. So Sony wants to expand PlayStation Studios even beyond PlayStation hardware, hiring to partner with Xbox, Steam, Nintendo Switch, and more. Oh, UW researchers discover AI-powered breakthrough that could boost precision cancer treatment. Good. Sam Altman wants to give free copy of GPG to the world experts who are warned of ethical risk in a certain area. Palantir joins list of 20 most valuable U.S. companies with stock more than doubling in 2025. War is a business. PlayStation DualSense controllers updating soon with multiple device pairing. So one can pair with different devices. Oh wow! The Nintendo Switch is the fastest selling game hardware in the US history. Okay. 3D printed racing toy with miniature cars and steering wheel revives days of arcade really games. AMD's upcoming RDNA 5 flagship could target level performance with better RT. I don't know, bro. I think there's like Nvidia's coming up with something new too. Okay, what's happening? Best retirement account. 24M, I work in an auto body right now. We will see how long that lasts due to insurance companies and crappy shops. The shop I work for doesn't supply any benefits or a 401k. I was curious what the best account would be to try paying to. Burned out at 40 from my own lifestyle. How do you rebuild a savings and discipline? I just turned 40. I've been working in the corporate space for over 15 years, and on paper, I've done all right, solid jobs, leadership roles, a decent CTC. But if I'm being honest, I've barely saved anything. Most of my 20s were spent chasing comfort, convenience, and dopamine. Minimal investing, max lifestyle, living paycheck to paycheck despite a growing income. 30s was marriage responsibilities, losing my dad, failed business, and now it's caught up with me. No emergency fund, no passive income. The only thing consistent has been my EMIs. It's like I climbed the ladder of success but leaned it against the wrong wall. Recently, I moved to a much better company. What are the best phone plans to lower my monthly? Listen, I'm done with the news. Okay, what is 41 minutes? Okay, let's do some Wordle. Get out of here. What is good? I have to wait. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, don't make me later. Same strategy. Word with the most number of vowels. A-U-D-I-O. So A and U exist. Let me do. Is that a word? No. Got it. So no A dash A-U, a blank A-U, blank blank. Lord, how does a Lord, bro? Oh, bro, toad, zodes, bo, no, yeah. NAU, I can't think of anything. YAU, PAU, SAU, FAU. Oh, FAULT. Ah, okay. Blank AU, blank T. Out of streamer to zero. Let's change that, bro. Listen, stop. Um, go. Oh, how about gaunt? Gaunt, like a gaunt face. What? How about haunt? Never, ever. Just oh man, that's not true. Not true. I've been defeated before, but pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. That was easy. Not that hard. Actually, I could have done it before. I don't know why I didn't think of gaunt is a harder word than haunt. I feel like. Okay. All right. Let's play this mini crossword. Okay. Uh, the bugs make funny as joy. Life is like a box of chocolate. Saying like a simile. SAMIL. ASAYIN. Sayings. YIN. Oh, quotes. QUOTS. Life is like, for example, simile. SIMILANALO. Analogy, right? Dot on a domino. I knew this shit. It was called tip or so shit. Tip, like something. In an upbeat mood. Jolly. Important topic in sex education. Leaves the union to cease. The seeds. All right. Happy order at a. What is a happy order? Is a happy order at a happy hour? I think this is the beer thing, the IPA, like the tap thing, because it's uh, convent member, sister, n- none, bro. Go away. Tech company with a bright yellow scheme and ghost logo. Snapchat. What? That's only one. Bright yellow color scheme and a ghost logo is Snapchat. Oh, like incorporated? Snap Incorporated? Is that what the name of it is? What is Snap? The official name of the company behind Snapchat app is Snap Incorporated. So okay, this crossword puzzle Snap Inc. What is the fourth one? Sunblock, sunscreen? What? Like many ingredients in a Cobb salad. I don't know. Is it cabbage? Is it pull sharply? Yank. Is yanking tug? Like tug of war? One with a secret identity. The secret. Oh my. Um. Where? Spy. That's pretty easy. It's kind of big this time. Okay. Spy is one. Tug. None. What's 11? Syringe. Syringe AMTs. What's that? Garden tool with a long handle. Ho. Ho ho ho. Ho ho ho. 13 is the opposite of WSW. NSW. Certain football lineman abbreviation. I'll do it. I don't know anything about football. I don't know anything about American football. Let's see. IPA none. What is this? And upbeat mood. Jolly, good mood. Okay, what's 15? Important. Oh, like, yes. RTS. Certain football lineman abbreviation. RTS. I have no freaking clue what RTS. And how is ENE opposite of WSW? How is ENE opposite WSW? Ah! How is ENE opposite WSW? You're likely thinking about those directions, in that is east, east, northeast, and west, southwest are indeed up. Oh, okay. Chipper. What is this shit? 4 down. Sunblock. Eclipse. Oh, oh, like eclipse. I was thinking more like about like sunscreen. Sunscreen. What is 5 down? Like many ingredients in a Cobb salad, but I don't know. Dot on a domino. Yeah, hippos. I think it's PIP because I thought make funnier jokes. Oh, punch up. The bugs or insects. Oh. What I see, the once I get going, you can kind of fill out the other one. You can kind of guess it. Chopped, like many ingredients in a Cobb salad. Oh, like many other ingredients. So Cobb salad, they use chopped cabbage and stuff. Okay, that makes sense. All right, listen. Decent. Actually, no, this is bad stream was supposed to say yesterday because I didn't have the camera. I had the camera on me. I didn't even share the screen for the first 10, 15 minutes. But anyway, I think I'm kind of out of here, bro. I'm done. Out of here. Take care. Be back tomorrow. Do the shit. Yeah. What is the one I never see the one comment.